Hey there, it's John Fleischman with SoDoesItMatter.com, all California politics, all of the time. And today I want to ask a very simple question, which is, why hasn't Tom Steyer done this? And when I say this, it may be the great unanswered question if Steyer falls short, which is, if we look back at previous races in California and the gaming of the top two system, there are a couple of ads that stick out. I'm going to show one of them to you right now. And then we're going to ask ourselves the question, why didn't Tom Steyer do this? Cue the video.
Two leading candidates for Senate, two very different visions for California. Steve Garvey, the leading Republican, is too conservative for California. He voted for Trump twice and supported Republicans for years, including far-right conservatives. Adam Schiff, the leading Democrat, defended democracy against Trump and the insurrectionists. He helped build affordable housing, lower drug costs, and bring good jobs back home. The choice is clear.
I'm Adam Schiff, and I approve this message.
Okay, now that you've seen the video, maybe you're starting to get it. The ad that you just watched, it aired on every place where Republicans watch television. And it was designed to boost Republican turnout for Steve Garvey. It was designed that way because Adam Schiff didn't want to run against Katie Porter. And in fact, the ad worked so well that Steve Garvey almost got more votes than Adam Schiff. He came within a few votes of getting more votes than Schiff. Basically what it was being able to use your own campaign money. You had this kind of faux ad that really had as the benefit boosting the Republican. And so the real question, and by the way, I'm not going to show it, but there was a similar ad when Gavin Newsom ran for re-election. He wanted Brian Dahle, the conservative white senator from the state of Jefferson in Northern California, as his opponent. And so he ran ads contrasting himself with the NRA-endorsed Brian Dahle and ran those on Fox News and all of those places and elevated Dahle way out in front on the Republican side, choosing his candidate. In fact, both the Schiff ad and the Newsom ad represented more spending for Garvey and for Dahle, respectively, than either of those Republican candidates was able to spend on their own. And obviously, the utility here would be Steyer putting up millions of dollars of those ads, contrasting himself with Sheriff Chad Bianco and reminding Republican voters that Bianco has the endorsement from the gun owners of California writ large. He's got a bunch of conservative endorsements, and he could easily have been elevating Bianco. And obviously votes that Bianco gets come out of Hilton, which matters because the guy's in a three-way chase with Becerra and Hilton, and he only needs to be one of the top two. So I will always wonder why this strategy was not employed by Steyer. And it's a significant strategy because what Steyer has is a lot of his own money. He doesn't have third-party outfits doing this. This is a strategy designed to, quote-unquote, run your own ad from your own campaign committee, but doing it to monkey with Prop 14, the open primary. So why he hasn't done that, why he didn't do that, I will never know. Anyways, the only other thing that I wanted to add relative to the governor's race was my own little secret theory as to one of the reasons why Becerra is doing better and Matt Mahan has not been able to really catch fire. And it's a bit subtle, but I'll explain it to you anyway. And it has to do with temperament. So if you look at Xavier Becerra, this is one really, really liberal guy. I mean, very, very liberal. He's much more of an ideologue and more liberal than even Gavin Newsom is. Obviously, that being the case, what he is not is temperamentally crazy. He's not temperamentally fiery. But who is his primary Democrat opponent? It's Steyer. And Steyer not only is ideologically liberal, very liberal, but in the case of what the point I'm trying to make is Steyer is off the rails extreme in his temperament. He's always yelling. He's always screaming. His cheeks are always red because of his, hardcoreness, right? And so when you put Steyer next to Becerra, all of a sudden a voter who believes, I want somebody more moderate running the state, they go to Becerra, not because he's moderate in ideology, because the voters aren't really getting enough input and have enough discernment, I don't think, generally writ large, to identify who's the more moderate candidate ideologically or not. But they look at it and they say, hey, look, there's options. And one of my options is this moderate Becerra guy, again, not moderate in ideology. He's not, but moderate in temperament. He's a relatively quiet guy. He is not prone to going off on extreme tangents. So is Mahan, but nobody's really tracking on this for Mahan. So I actually think that one of the reasons that Mahan is not able to grab traction is that Xavier Becerra, who is not moderate on ideology, has grabbed the moderate in temperament voter. And the moderate and temperament voter is going with Becerra over the crazy opposite of moderate temperament, Tom Steyer. Those are a couple of observations I have on the governor's race for you today. The election's just a few days away. We'll see how it goes. Thanks for tuning in. SoDoesItMatter.com. Share this video, share the site. Appreciate your support. Thanks.